Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm here today with Clif. We're going to do a reading for Clif. Who's also another angelic. I only know 3 others, so he's one of them.
Wow.
And he's part of my legion, believe it or not. So interesting that we don't live that far away from each other too. We're on the same street even, just Olympic, which is
Olympic.
very long street, but we do live on the same one. So yeah, so we're going to do this reading for him, and we're going to see what's going to, come up, and, we want you to watch and just sort of see how it goes. All right, so.
Exciting.
First of all, I'm going to clean my glasses. Well, they're a little murky. There we go. That's better.
Good.
Okay, it's good enough. I don't need to see completely.
Thank you for the water.
Oh, you're absolutely. So, cheers, boys and girls.
Cheers.
So is there anything particular that you're looking to have addressed?
For the brightest future ever.
Then let's see what the universe has to say. We'll just do a sort of general, we'll go from there.
I did my taxes today. I owe.
Yeah, don't we all, really?
Really?
I mean, come on.
Whew.
Let's see. I'll do mine when I get back from Barbados.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, guys. What do we have?
Barbados. How fun is that?
Well, we'll see. Never been. Okay. All right. Well, we have. I'm going to be showing them. So it's Ace of Wands in the upright. We have the Knight of Wands in the upright. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse. We have the Hierophant in the upright. And we have the 2 of Wands in the upright. I'm just like, that's the universe.
I'm going.
And we have the 9 of Cups in the upright.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And we have the 2 of Swords in the upright. And it's so funny, it is an angel.
It is an angel. And we're like 3 Merkabas or 3 souls or 3.
Well, three. I mean, yeah, the 3 Merkabas. It's because of I look at them as badges. The Merkabas, sort of like you did a good job. Here's a Merkaba.
Oh,
that's how it goes. Like, when you're in the Boy Scouts, you give you badges.
I could use. I did a good job at something energetic.
So,
just by being me.
Sometimes I feel like it's kind of like that. All right, so 2 of Swords, a decision to be made, or making a decision about a new start, a new passionate start, taking action. Now we have the Page of Swords in reverse, which is the only card here that is kind of like, because everything else here is beautiful. I mean, 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment, 2 of Wands is again taking action, the Hierophant here, but then why is the Page of Swords in reverse? It's like either not doing the work, or maybe somebody's lying or slandering here, but we'll find out what that is. So we do the 2 of Swords, right? With the 7 of Wands in the upright. That's knowing your worth and being very well protected.
Oh, I love that.
We have the 4 of Cups. Now the 4 of Cups is, it's a kind of a card of, is that all there is? Is that it? It's like,
that all there is?
Is that all there is? It's like, isn't it supposed to be getting more from this or something? And then we have the Justice card here in the upright as well. All right. So, yeah, you went through a lot of healing process too, because we have the 10 of Swords here in the upright, right behind the Justice, and now the universe is balancing out the scales, which is beautiful, but still there's sort of the sense of like,
I feel the freest and the most woke I've ever been. I know the woke
Yeah.
is not, but
well, I mean, we know what you mean, yes.
For me personally,
Yeah, that word is.
I feel very freed.
Yeah.
Very
and
newly
I've
so.
seen it. I've seen it. Like, yeah, I've seen you in your process too.
You've seen me at my worst and my best.
Well, because when were you here like the first time? It's been a couple years ago, hasn't it?
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
3 years
At least.
Well, it's 4 years since the layoff. March,
Right.
So it was right. So probably, I think it was 4 years then already.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It's been quite a journey.
It has been a while, and for him to come through all of that as well, because again, we all have to go through the dark night of the soul and whatnot, and him also being another angelic. And, like I said before, there's a difference between an earth angel, which is a kind of a light worker badge, and then an angelic, which your soul is actually, angelic, angel. So, like I said, there's only less than 5,000.
I didn't realize the difference.
There's definitely a difference. I mean, all light workers are basically earth angels. But it's kind of like a badge. It's like the same thing when your guardian angel doesn't always have to be an angel. Because sometimes it can be like a passed on member of the family, your soul tribe, something else that has that sort of badge of being of this our guardian angel to protect you.
Well, we've talked about our names too, which is Hoven and Gallant.
Yes.
But obviously Adam.
Yeah, I don't usually use my angelic name.
Oh, erase.
No, it's not so good. No, it's just because it's already. I already have a couple names out there anyway. I don't want to confuse people any more than what.
Oh yes, yes.
So I do.
I don't have that problem.
My angelic name is Hoban. So there you go. So let's see. What's one's worth and decision made? Okay, we're gonna get some 4 of Cups here, and this is all your energy. This isn't anybody else's energy, which is good. Okay.
Until that one. Okay.
Or stop like throwing my cards around.
Oh, this is I know what you mean from your other readings. Like this isn't anyone else coming.
No, I don't see it as right now. I think this is all pretty much you. Okay, thanks guys. Well, we have the 7 of Cups in the reverse, and we have the King of Swords in reverse. Okay, now we may have somebody else that's here. And then we have the Chariot in the upright.
They're here.
I know, right? Is this Clif? No, I didn't think so. So someone feels like they don't have any options. Is this it's a romantic interest? Where you just give me a letter?
T?
Is it T? It's T. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's high vibing, but he's just going through a difficult time right now. He doesn't feel like he has much options in something. And with the 4 of Cups, it's his energy that's sort of feeling this sort of like there's something lacking for him, which is very interesting. And it is, he's coming off as a King of Swords in the reverse. Again, I told you he is high vibing, but because of this is making him feel like there aren't options, he's kind of in a low vibing state right now. But the King of Swords, again, usually in the upright, it's very intelligent, using more logic. Those kinds of things. He could be an air sign. He doesn't have to be. But like with this idea of like not having any options left, but we have the Chariot here, which is the universe wanting to move him forward, wanting to move him to victory, right? And you're tied with this energy, by the way, the Chariot. See, he doesn't. Like, there's a feeling of like not having enough strength to get through something, to move forward. That's his energy, not yours. You can, yeah.
Okay. I think we all can relate to this because I know I went through it, and maybe this is part of what's called as a dark night of the soul. When you're high vibing, but you still go through it, and it takes you down in several ways from your own perspective of self. You can feel very defeated.
Oh, yeah.
I've experienced that, so I have a lot of empathy for that. But I think that's what's going on with that.
Yeah, well, this is very much so
because they're quite wonderful. To be honest.
No, he's so sweet. I mean, I know who he's talking about. I've met him many times actually at this point. We have the 4 of Swords, which again is meditation and healing, right? But we have the Lovers in reverse and the Moon in reverse. Is this about things being exposed? It's about releasing emotions. It's about releasing emotions, feeling like maybe he's made the wrong choices about things. And it could be, I don't think it's about love, because the Lover's card is also about choice. And that, again, with these options and that, it's like not feeling that there's enough here. And maybe one of the things too, and this is interesting too, because when we're doing these readings, like you're vibing high and whatnot, and then again, you wanted to do this reading because, just wanted to sort of see what it is. Yeah. I don't think, right now I'm not seeing anything pertaining specifically for you, like in this big big way.
Okay.
Because, at least not right now. So we're talking about him, we're talking about T right now.
Okay.
And it's about how he wants to kind of release these emotions, feeling he's got the wrong choice. I think he's going to need to start meditating a little bit more, start going within a little bit more, and you can definitely help him on that path. Hopefully sort of instruct him a little bit to move forward in it. Because he does have this, he needs to know his worth. And maybe this is more about a job than anything, or is it? No, if they're telling me it's more about direction in life in general. So maybe he feels like he's floundering a little bit. I don't know. Is he there's a sense of not being completely, utterly happy with the Four of Cups in the upright here. That's basically what it is. And feeling like someone's made a lot of wrong choices or not the right choices. Let's see what else we got here.
There's a lot of blaming and shaming in the energy of that, which I found hard to navigate. Again, not slamming, not judging. It's just, you were observing, I think.
Yeah. So, oops, do you want that out? 7 of Wands, huh? 7 of Wands, please. Yes. Okay, and there we have it, the Hermit in the upright. And we also have the 10 of Cups in reverse. And then the Hangman in reverse. Now, see, yeah, these 3 cards together, are they T's energy? Yes. And he needs to know his worth. Yeah. So, I mean, he's going through, it's like a dark night of the soul. It's like a bit of an identity crisis. He needs to start looking within. And again, we saw that with the 4 of Swords in the upright, which is meditation, which is going within, healing. And then, of course, with the Hermit here, it's definitely going within. Because it's just a sort of sense, a general sense of unhappiness. Which is very interesting because he always comes off as very gregarious and very fun. But there's something underneath that is just not quite fulfilled.
Yes, which is why I felt the need to step back.
Yeah. And I understand that. I get it. I totally get it. And it's not, the Hangman
the
here
admiration,
reverse.
the love, everything is there.
Right.
I learned something recently. There's 2 different ways to love. You can admire someone and be attracted to them, and that can actually bring you together. Or you can see yourself in someone, and that is loving. That's the one that lasts. So if there's not a connection that you see one another, you probably won't make it through to the, I don't know, down the aisle or whatever that is.
It's interesting because he's got the 2 of Swords here, right? Which is making the mental decision. Tower is here in the upright. So sudden change, again, but this could also be a dark night of the soul. And then we get the Hangman in reverse, which is not embracing this change very well. Yeah, my guys, this is basically the best way to put it. It's, and is this Tower?
Well, I think when someone wants to do something, but then they say, the spirit, you know what, I'm not, because I don't want to judge her.
But is this
But
regarding the 2? Yes, it's regarding the 2 of you. So the decision made, is this then Clif's energy? Is it it's T's energy? And not wanting this to sort of change, not sort of understanding it. This is the pulling back, the Tower here, which is funny because it's kind of led it into this dark night of the soul, which is very interesting. And my guys are like, yes. But he needs to know his own strength, which I think is like one of the things that he's not getting. Just on the 2 of Swords. Okay, we'll get some clarification on the 2 of Swords. It's very interesting.
Truly one of the most talented people I have ever met. It's kind of like mind-boggling. I would even say, you keep pulling it out of the hat. You're like this magician of self.
Yeah.
It's quite astonishing, actually, in a great way. I mean, but the reason why I say that is he could see that more of self, what I just said.
Right.
Being more positive of his own.
And he needs, but that's a lot of, we all kind of go through that as well. We have the Sun card here in reverse, and we have the Star in reverse. Oh, okay. Yeah. And we have the King of Cups in reverse. Is this T? Yeah, it's him. There's an unhappiness underlying here, a kind of feeling of hopelessness and not feeling the full potential. But this decision has to be made for a new start. And this is his decision? Yes. Jesus' decision. Is this anything doing with Clif right now? No. So it's interesting this is focusing on T this entire time and taking a leap of faith. So getting out of the comfort zone and doing something different or going forward with new passion and creativity. But he needs to make this decision. It is literally here in the immediate card. Okay, because this is a snapshot of the present moment going a little bit closer to the future. This is the immediate. It's this decision. Is he's a light worker.
I haven't told him that. I go, because he'll say something that indicates like you're the spiritual, and I go, oh no, it ain't just me.
He's a light worker too. Yep.
I got jolted by God, and he was right next to me, and it happened to him too. And he goes, "What was that?" As he's spinning around, going, "That was God." I mean, it can't get any closer than that.
Hello, and see, but the temperance in reverse.
I experienced that with some. I mean, it was kind of.
And
like,
you both you experienced it at the same time too, which is
exactly the same time.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
Night.
I mean, it was magic.
The Knight of Wands in reverse is again. It's like kind of. You know, is he going to heal? Is he going to wake up to this? You know, and right now he's very, you know, it's not taking this decision. You see, the Knight of Wands is here, is rushing forward, is making the movements, and then we have it here in the ethereal. So this is what the decision is. It's like, do I remain like, and it's kind of just remaining in this stagnant energy. You know, there's a sense of hopelessness here, not finding the light with the Sun in reverse, a sense of not healing. You know, not taking action, and we have the Five of Cups and then sense of sorrow.
We both had something in common where we felt some very powerful people really hurt us and wronged us. Mm-hmm. We have that in common. Okay. So that's hard to get over. I feel like I have gotten over it.
Yeah, because we had talked about your particular incident.
I feel the freedom I've never felt.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this Ace of Wands. See, that's the thing too, is that he is actually a light worker. Yeah, he really is. My guys are like, yeah, you know, he's a light worker.
I am so happy to hear that because I have thought that. So, or feel that.
You're definitely confirmed on that. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the upright, and we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So 9 of Pentacles in the upright, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I knew that was you. You're this Empress energy, babe. This is the minor arcana Empress energy. That's you. And again, the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles is not offering something. This is his energy.
Oh.
Yeah, because again, we have this not embracing what is, what should be. And again, we see this throughout the cards here. I mean, hello. You know, the options missing, the misery. And the thing is, and I hate to say this, if you're a light worker listening right now and you're going through this, let these changes happen because it will, trust me, you'll be in a much better spot, as Clif can agree.
Yes. At this point, it's going to hurt. Like, it doesn't even make sense not to accept it at this point, right? And where we're at with the God and the universe and the planet. And it's kind of like you have to. Because if you don't, it's karma time or something. Maybe I don't know. Is it? No, I don't know.
Well, I mean, we're in the you know, again, I was talking about the 2020 to 2030 change this decade. We're smack in the middle of it. Now you see as many things, more things are being exposed at quite a rapid pace. Mm-hmm. So which is good because I feel like we're finally, like the hold of the dark side is finally cracking. It's finally like, you know, they just can't hold on anymore because it's just like the universe is like, yeah. And this ascension's happening.
Darkness is unraveling.
Yes.
Yay.
And it really is. And so we're starting to see more of that. And I keep telling people, you're not going to like to hear what a lot of you are going to say because you believe a lot of people, everything from religious organizations to scientific organizations to politics to you name it, that were utter lies.
Yeah. We are spiritual beings
unraveling,
having a physical experience, right? More than we think or realize or what we were brought up as. Or
yeah, and we have the Tower, the Lovers in verse, 2 major cards, and this is him, King of Wands in the upright. Is this how he feels? Is he feeling like he's made the wrong choice of something? Oh, he's trying to hold this back. So why is he in the upright then? It's him having to take action. Yeah. You see, it's him taking the action. Again, the Tower is trying to deny it. It's the Dark Night of the Soul.
Well, we're talking about really. It is the Dark Night of the Soul.
It is so funny we're talking about, because and it makes so much sense that you would be hearing this is the story you're giving me here, because this all makes sense.
It does.
It really does.
I mean, really, it's kind of epically simple. It's really just surrender, but it doesn't come across that way.
Yeah, it does.
It feels like your entire life is just being raped or something.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of being leveled in a way for the new to really take up, because like everything that we've been told, everything that we've been taught is not necessarily true. So it's finding the truth of the universe and what you're here to really do, your true purpose of why you're here.
Right.
And so that means like everything needs to be broken down to be rebuilt. So Ace of Wands, and it can hurt like another, you know.
But when you deem other people as spiritual people and not self, well, I'm gonna stop.
No,
I think that's not allowing yourself to grow.
Yeah, I agree. Judgment
Which is what you're kind of pulling.
Yeah, well, this is interesting because it is supposed to be about
because he's kind of holding back, but you're kind of like, oh, come.
But he is. The judgment in reverse is not waking up to the calling, and that's judgment. It's the universe there, and like he's refusing to wake up to it. It's like the Ace of Wands is what this is a new passionate beginning.
And here I am wondering if I'm doing enough. I don't know.
You're doing everything you can, because there's, first of all,
just in general,
you can only be, right? Like you can't force someone to have a dark night. So you can't force them to do things. This process needs to be on their own terms.
That is true.
And it needs to unfold.
Because I experience
right.
No one can do it for you,
yeah.
and they can't force it when you do it.
And you can be there to help him if he needs advice. 2
months, 2 years, 20 years.
I don't think it's going to take him that long, because just in the middle, again, we're in this ascension which is so strong that these energies are coming on quite forcefully. You know? It's like either do it or get bulldozed over. It's kind of like really where we're at.
Just do it.
Right? And we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is reevaluation. So I think he is reevaluating things, thankfully. And again, the decision card, Two of Swords, is here. You know, and then, you know, taking action. I'm hoping that he's going to be taking some action here. Yeah, my guys are like, yes. But see, this Page of Swords, this has me a little concerned.
Concern, overwhelming concern.
Well, because he may not be doing the work. He may be kind of shielding himself. You know what I mean? We have the Fool in the upright, and we have the King of Cups, right? The King of Cups, yeah, in reverse again. It is the King of Cups, yeah. Again, like unhappy, but having to take this leap of faith. The thing is, like, he knows he has to do it. They're like, he's not really happy about having to do it. It's like a starting over. It's like having to, like, because it's not, I mean, come on, we've been through it. Like, it's not an easy process at all. It really isn't. I'm sure a lot of you have gone through this as well.
I mean, I've had a lot happen recently that kind of forced to like wake up.
Yeah.
And it helped a lot, but it hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
As you said.
Yeah, because it can be very painful. Justice is here trying to balance out the scales. So the universe is balancing the scales out, you know, the energy. Three of Wands is, you know, it's usually waiting for your ships to come in. But in this sense, it's like, for me, in the sense, it's like him not wanting to move forward.
Not realizing that you're the captain of the ship that's coming in.
And then
you're the captain of that.
Yeah, like it's
kind of like
this is his action.
Is the cart before the horse, or the horse before the cart? Yeah.
This is him, Page of Swords. Like, this is why this is in reverse. He's refusing to do, like, to look into it. Like, it's happening to him, but he's kind of refusing to kind of not look at it, not to examine it. And that's his Page of Swords in reverse. He needs to start doing a little bit meditation and whatnot.
What am I supposed to do?
I know.
Sit around and wait for you. I can't do that.
Well, sometimes these things are brought to help people, you're brought together for reasons to help people move forward, for a wide variety of reasons why you might be in a relationship of any particular kind. And sometimes it's not just only about you, but it's also like the big catalyst for whoever you're with.
You know how I know I'm an angel? Because after you go out with me, your life becomes way better, and they always find true love. It's happened like 8 times. Seriously, I'm a Cupid.
But that's kind of what we do. It's like we kind of heal the people around us. At least we try to. It's like that energy. Ace of Cups in reverse. Again, it's like not accepting this happiness and this bliss. Because the universe is trying to, and not having the strength or feeling he has the strength to do it. Interesting. But there's the Chariot again. The universe is trying to move him forward to this. And the Judgment card. I cannot make this up. Okay.
You're amazing. Your readings are all, here it is, the chuckle. I love it. It's just, it's you're so connected with the guides and the cards. That's what I love about your readings.
It's so amazing that it's kind of this refusal, and that's why this Page of Swords is reversed. Because I saw all these cards, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty good, except for that Page of Swords. It's refusing to look into it, like look inward. Let's get some Page of Swords here. Tell me more about this Page of Swords, please.
So am I like Mary Poppins, perfect in every way then? Is that
I wish we could say we're perfect, but we're not. We have our own flaws, but that's okay. That's okay.
Wait, am I embarrassing myself? Probably. I'm good at that. I'm double Gemini. I'm a kid. I'm a kid.
All right. 9 of Swords in the upright. Oh man, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, who's that?
Who's that?
Strength card in reverse.
I don't want that.
Fool in reverse. Okay, these two
Reverse
together.
the Fool.
It's a low vibing Queen of Pentacles. Is this someone that T is dealing with? Yes. Is this a family member? Is it a friend? It's a friend. Is this friend going through this anxiety? No. It's T is going through this anxiety. He's dealing with it. One of his friends is a very low vibrational Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And this is someone who is selfish, greedy, opportunist. Also someone who likes to be, stay with the joke. It's someone who can, if they do make money, they spend it just as quickly. Not very nurturing person, and that's why.
Is it a parent? Is it a parent?
It's a
not a parent.
It's a family. I mean, not a family member. It's a what do you call it? A friend.
Oh, okay.
So, do you know any of his friends?
Mm-hmm.
Name a letter.
M.
Is it M?
D.
Is it D? D. It's D.
Interesting.
It's D. But I think this is one of the problems with this, is that this person, he's like either listening to this person, because again, the Page of Swords is not wanting to do that. And this Queen of Pentacles is giving him really bad advice. He's kind of like lying for stuff, and it's creating him more anxiety. But this happens a lot too, is that we have people that like to hold us down. Instead of us flourishing and going through these things, people will try to keep us in this low vibrational state with them.
Well, I confess, because I consider myself an open book to the universe. So December 22nd, obviously that's Christmas time. I hit rock bottom, and that is what woke me. Mm-hmm. So I did some things, meaning like, if you will, a breakup and a divorce. Mm-hmm. So in some people's hearts and minds, not sure what's going on, but I'm vibing this. That's Christmas time. I'm breaking up with someone at Christmas time. That makes me a jerk. But in the truth of something, that has nothing to do with truth at all. Right. It could be July, it could be February, it could be Christmas Day. I mean, it happens when it happens. Yeah. So for that, I'm truly sorry. But it doesn't change the truth. And then when I did mention, they said, you're not wrong like 6, 7, 8 times. So I'm not.
No, and
And
sometimes
I
those are
don't
very
mean
difficult
that
things to do.
egotistically. I mean it
Yeah,
just
no,
fact.
sometimes these are very difficult things to do, and it's never
very
easy.
difficult.
We have the
But I
Ace
know
of
it's
Pentacles
the
in reverse.
right thing. And when someone else says you're not wrong, I mean, hi. I mean,
Yeah. Eight of Pentacles in the upright, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Page of Swords, which is wanting to communicate something about work.
can God just take care of all this?
Well, he does, or she does.
I know.
It does.
I know.
It's both.
I
male, female
mean,
energy,
I
so.
meant that tongue in cheek, but for reals. Like,
Well, I mean, it is. But
It
the
is,
funny,
love
it's so funny you mentioned that because today I was just looking. I was like thinking about something that I was going to have to tell somebody, and then it kind of took care of itself. And I said, even though sometimes, the universe may be a little slow, because sometimes I'm like, is this shit going to happen? But the universe always does it in the best way possible.
it knows. I know.
Like, it always makes it happen in the best way possible. It really does. You just have to be sometimes patient, and patience is, I know, it's a virtue. That's why they call it a virtue, people. Because if it were easy,
Easy breezy.
kind of getting out of heartbreak. Is this him wanting to communicate? Yes. Is this the separation of him and okay, so this is the separation of you. It's like it's also him not wanting to talk. I think he also wants to try to work this out with you too. Yeah. But this them wanting to like go back into and then the Hierophant is the commitment. Interesting. But again, he's not speaking right now. Not really saying what he really
I think
wants.
freedom is where it's at, though. That's the true love. I mean, we can find this out here.
No, I agree with you, but this is what he's kind of thinking. This is what's kind of going on right now. And, maybe this is more just a friendship. It's more of a commitment. But, are they supposed to be together in that way? They are not, correct? No, you're not supposed to be. You may be able to fun in a friendship, but you're not supposed to be like in a commitment, like, a marriage or a partnership commitment, correct? Yeah. Because that wasn't either one of your destinies. And this is why you both met, for you both had to learn things. He has to learn things. He's like kind of resisting a bit.
I described it as almost cocooning. And then he turns butterfly, I turned butterfly, or back to my angelic self. Never left.
No, you never leave it. You never leave it. Judgment again. Jesus Christ. And we have the Queen of Wands in the upright. That's you. That is you, my dear. And then we have the Four of Pentacles in the upright. So he's holding on. This is, T's energy. And whose energy is this, guys? Is this, Clif's? Yeah. This is you waking up to the calling and realizing, okay, this wasn't going to work anymore. And also the Queen of Wands is also a single card. She's usually single. Not always, but most of the time. So charismatic, good looking, the whole thing. And he's still kind of holding on to this energy. We have the Six of Cups, feeling that you guys are soulmates, which, you definitely, absolutely are. And the High Priestess in the upright, and that's you as well. Hello. We come as very much as that because we're very attuned to spirit. And we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse.
I kind of feel like, we know this saying, the truth shall set you free. But when you add...
That's you. And what you're just saying now, that's exactly it.
But
High Priestess, Eight of Swords in reverse.
To that, the truth shall set you free when it's done with you.
Because
you know what I mean? Because sometimes truth...
okay. You knew it was the right thing to do. This is the right thing to know. It's perfect. It's like you knew this has to be this.
It's like, it is that saying, if you love someone, set them free.
Yeah.
Because that's what really love is freedom and acceptance of someone.
Yeah.
Because you accept them for who they are, which would entail not always being with you. If you love them, you're like,
Right. I mean, each relationship is going to be different. But like you said, you were never supposed to be this, in regular, what we assumed like a regular partnership would be. That was never, the two of you were never supposed to be that. Okay. He would like that. That's kind of what was sitting here. But you also know that wasn't going to be it either. Because your soul is already telling you, like your higher self is telling you, our really true angelic self is already saying that. By the way, I hope you're having a good time up there. Just saying.
Me too.
So 2 of Wands. So taking action. Who's taking action here?
Action.
We have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Sun in reverse. All right, well, somebody's not happy. Things aren't working out. Somebody feels like they're in chaos or in heels.
Goes down on me.
And we have the Emperor in the upright. Is this T? Yeah. He wants a new Joy, Joy saying. He is really not happy. Is he going to take action? Yeah, he's going to take action towards Clif. Yeah, he is.
What does that mean?
He may. No, let's find out. I was going to say he might, come in because the Emperor's taking charge. It's wanting to be there and take charge, and because you are the Empress energy, so the Emperor and Empress energy. 4 of Cups in reverse. This is Cliff's energy, isn't it? Yes.
Looks like me.
The 6 of Pentacles in the upright. He's going to want an equal give and take. In other words, he's coming in to ask for kind of a wish fulfillment with you. Yeah. So he wants this Hierophant energy with you, but it's going to be rejection because it's not, and it's the right thing because this is not supposed to be this way. He doesn't see it that way. But he's also, going through this dark night of the soul, which is also part of this process. And this was the catalyst.
Wait, I think I'm listening to my guides because he thinks, he thinks that he won't have to do the work as if he's with me.
That sounds about right.
Am I wrong?
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, that is. I got to be honest. Yeah. That's why I left. Yeah, because that's not true. Because if I'm going to be with someone, I need to see myself in them, which would be what they have their own spiritual journey that they're thriving in. Yeah. Not afraid of, not avoiding, and not like, oh, that's other people that do that. Sorry, I don't care who you are and how hot and cute you are. No.
He's got to go through this.
And no.
Holding on to the energy here.
K, capital N, capital O, lowercase w.
Let's see about this Knight of Cups. A wish fulfillment, right?
What am I supposed to do? Sit around and wait for you.
That's what he wants. Well, no, and even still, say that he has gone through all this, right? This is not supposed to still be that way anyway. It's not. Again, it's not supposed to be that traditional partnership. No. It's just not. Like my guys are like, no,
and it never was. I mean, but I couldn't sustain for the reason I just told you.
Yeah,
that was my reason. Because I'm tired of being used. No.
9 of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So not feeling passionate, not started. Whose energy is all this? We have the Page of Pentacles. That's the offer. Is this T's energy? Yeah. And is this him making the offer? He's going to make an offer to you, probably. Oh. I wouldn't doubt it, because then we have this Knight of Wands.
Love and light, though.
Is him rushing forward.
Love and light.
And 2 of Wands in the upright, taking, again, that's the 2 of Wands. It's implementing an action, a plan.
There is absolutely no ill will or anger or frustration. None of that.
8 of Wands. The information's coming in, baby. And there's a lot of remorse here, a lot of sadness. He wants to make an offer. Knight of Pentacles in the upright. That's an offer of commitment. Yeah, King of Wands in reverse because he's very upset. Oh man, okay. So let's talk about this a little bit. Obviously, you're in the right. This is not supposed to happen. He is kind of avoiding this Judgment card, which is waking up to it. So he is no doubt, my God, he may take an action, come and say, that let's try to start over. I want to be this person, blah, blah. I want to be this emperor, take charge. But he's not there yet. And he's still kind of resisting the healing, this balance, because the temperance is also about your own yin and yang, the balance of emotions. Mm-hmm. And he's not there. It has to be done. And you're right. He's kind of trying to skirt around the issue by going with you, thinking like you'll be the halo over the whole thing. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way.
Doesn't work that way. So yeah.
Which leads me to my personal and or future of self, which that's where I don't know what to do next in a way.
Okay. So let's talk about you. So you can see
of exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, because like, okay, what's the next step for that?
Because I mean, it's kind of an interesting thing when you accept who you really are when it deals with something that is not human or angelic or you're this or that.
Yeah.
When you, so accepting that is a little like, okay, or Straight Jacket Bellevue or.
Well, this is one of the reasons why a lot of lightworkers don't confide in a lot of people, because it all sounds a little nutsy. I mean, considering a lot of what these people go through, what I've gone through, what I know a lot, because I work with a lot of lightworkers, the amount of things and the experience from that, it's just, it can be very trippy for a lot of people. But this is really happening, I have to say.
Yeah.
Things that you can't see are happening. Remember, this is just the matrix that you're in. King of Wands in reverse. We have the Ten of Wands in the upright. And we have the Three of Swords in reverse. It's still talking more about him. And the Starman is, again, the Fool. And you see me, the Magician. Trying to manifest this. Trying to get the burdens out and trying to get out of his own disappointment. Wow, he's really trying to skirt the issue here. Okay. Is he afraid there's going to be an argument? He's afraid that there is going to be an argument or disagreement about this, because it's not going to work. This is the Hierophant again.
Well, there's no new news. The new news would be that you get it.
Yeah.
That would be all of this, love and light and for reals. Because I'm for reals. If that makes sense. I'm coming from a real honest place.
Is this still about Clif? It's still about Clif.
Oh.
It's still talking about Clif, about wanting to take this leap of faith forward to you, but not about waking completely up at this point. Okay. Since they keep repeating the same thing, let's talk more about where you need to do. Because a lot of times in my readings, my guides tend to repeat the same story sometimes. And I'm like, can we talk about that? And they're like, nope. So then I have to go and ask the questions individually and sort of see where we're going from this.
I would love some direction.
So, right. So are we looking direction in love? Are we looking in, career? Like what are we talking about in general?
Career, love, or career.
Because
I almost feel like the world, career-wise, I'm done. So maybe I answered my own question. Meaning, I don't want a big house in Malibu. I'm not working toward that.
Right.
If I'm working towards something, it would be
a different story. Yeah.
It would be spiritual oriented. Oh, okay. Healer.
All right, healer.
Remember we've talked about that? When I heal myself and my guides are going, yay, that came up. So being a healer, when you heal yourself in the density of the earth, you become, it's like being Superman or Superwoman, right? I mean, because you've managed to let everything go and you're free from the shackles of fear or guilt or...
No, and I agree with you. Yeah, again, it's still talking about him. Okay. It's just funny because it keeps repeating itself. It's just different cards, but it's still there.
But I'm not wrong.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right in what you've done, and you're right about
the love
this,
is there. It's
healing.
Actually because of love.
So let's talk about him. Like we know that you also, when you're driving and whatnot, that you're also helping people as well. Because again, your energy's already the energy's already there.
No, people are like they're like, what is going on in here? I mean, they actually can feel the energy and they feel blessed. And I've had people. I mean, it's 5 stars every week. You should be doing even when I think something's bad going to happen. It isn't. It's still 5 stars, the rating.
But he will be able to heal more in an energy, yes? Okay, so tell me, should you be practicing more Reiki kind of energy? Yeah. You should definitely be practicing more Reiki.
Me?
Yeah, you. Like getting more familiar with that energy of healing and sending this energy.
So
to
I
other
can
people.
study that because I've been looking at something
I would-
new
I
that I
would
don't know
definitely-
anything about.
I would
So
definitely do
Reiki
that.
is it.
I would definitely do that. Yeah, we're talking about, because that's where you're going to be able
that's
to
healing.
really heal as well, like to really
Okay.
people's spiritual energy, those kind of things, and opening people up. So I think that's going to be the next phase that you need to do.
So start
And
studying.
in that, yeah, in
Guides
the
are
Reiki
saying
kind
yes because
of
I didn't
healing,
think
yeah.
of that.
And that's way it'll help again your journey, because it is supposed to be that energy, because remember the light energy, you're dancing around and feeling very free. That's the energy that we want in other people to feel, because a lot of people feel very locked.
Yes.
Very locked. And so we want that energy of
In their own
playfulness
consciousness and perception of self.
Yeah. And we want to be able for people to be free to express, their spirituality, and to be able to have fun again, and be able to, because, even though things are difficult and times can be difficult here, we are also supposed to enjoy ourselves. This is not all supposed to be drudgery, okay? It really isn't.
Yeah.
But once you start healing,
it should be joyous.
vibrating, yes, then you're co-creating with the universe. Then all of these shackles start coming off.
Yeah.
And you start getting much lighter, and you're just in a more playful energy in general, and things don't hit you the same way. It's like when you start vibrating higher, rather than hitting a brick wall, you may hit a speed bump. Man, speed bump's manageable.
Yeah.
It's like,
Go slow. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's going to be
Slow down.
always things in life that's going to, hit you. There's, people have free will as well, so, you can't control everybody that's on the planet.
Oh, and I love these. He bought me these, just so you know.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Very
sun,
nice.
moon, stars. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
So yeah,
So Reiki,
that would be the next thing for you, yeah. And I think that's going to take you down a very interesting path for that as well.
What is Reiki?
Absolutely.
Is that a silly question?
It's learning how to maneuver your energy and taking the energy of the universe, because you'll be able to do this. Once you start doing this, you'll be a very powerful Reiki healer, because you'll be able to source, the universe's energy directly. And that's basically what they do. And then help to maneuver that energy through another person for get blockages out. It also may be for pains and things like that. But for you, for the most part, it's going to be unlocking people. It's going to be unlocking. It's going to be figuring out the key to that shackle.
Okay, I just had this woman. She was weak and had some medical stuff done. She was very frail. She hands me a key, and I'm like, oh. And then I'm opening up the store. I'm her driver, and I'm opening up the store for her. She goes, oh, I'm going to give you this. It's a card that said key on it. And she wrote my name at the top. And these synchronicities.
Absolutely.
It happens all the time. And this one guy gets in the car, he goes, I'm going to remove this dark energy that I am sensing. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he grabs the passenger seat. He's sitting in the back, and he goes, oh. And then he stops. I could tell he stopped of what he was going to do. And he goes, oh, I'm wrong. You're the one that removes people's dark energy. When they leave, that you have removed their dark energy. And I go, well, something's up, because I always get 5-star rating no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
And
that's healing already.
Yeah, but now it's purposely when you do this, and then having them come to you, your home, where a studio, wherever it may be, and working on them in that capacity. So not just in back seat, but actually really directing this energy. And that's what Reiki is about, directing this energy.
So this could also become a business where I could make some money, because they're saying yes, you're saying yes. Because that's where that's what I meant. I need something,
and that's kind
financially
of
that's the way to go.
That's where it will start.
I knew this reading would be magic.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, you're magical.
So are you.
So are you. Magic.
No, and so that's really beautiful because I mean it is really kind of
look at how beautiful
falling
this
into
all
that,
is.
you know, falling into those energies and locking because we are supposed to be here to help heal. And you know, I've just been trying to push forward in getting these done and just keep pushing out the stuff there. And Tertullian was here. I know you guys saw the Tertullian when I did Tertullian, and he's another beautiful voodoo priest. And he was going through a little bit of difficult time. There's been some dark energies, whatnot. So we're doing some light spells and whatnot, which we had to kind of figure that out. And we're using the light, and it's because some of the person that's doing this is refusing to change, and so it's a matter
bit of
these
what
energies.
this is a little bit.
This is a little bit different. This is a very dark,
really intense,
dark person doing this. This is a light worker that's kind of
Why
refusing.
do I
to
feel
wake
like
up.
darkness is after me a little bit, or is
Honey.
that just waking up to the light of?
Because we're angelic, sweetie. We are the antithesis of the dark.
Okay.
So yeah.
So there is a little bit of
There
that
is
always.
that, like there's always going to be those energies that are going to try to come. I funny thing is I got.
But I found that go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I found when you address it and then you say, be gone. You have no power here. It really works.
Absolutely.
They're like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't have to
They're
be
not gonna
as
be able to do
afraid. Yeah.
Your force field is just as big as mine is, and the thing is, you just not to really worry about it. It was so funny because and I'll tell you this because I'm like it's just funny. I think my ex, his psycho, literally got some spell work done. Now he was telling people that I did spell work on them to break them up after 5 years. Why would I even bother? Like so ridiculous. But apparently my guys told me that he did this.
Well, why would you give someone else that much power?
First of all, what you mean to the spell?
You would do that.
I wouldn't do that. First of all, I mean, I feel that's in serving someone's free will. That's like not no. And why would I wait 5 years to do that? That makes no sense. And so, but I heard this from somebody else who knew them or knows them, and I was just like, what? I was like, and so my guides told me, what was it, this past weekend, and maybe 3 weekends now by the time you see this, that he got spell work done on me, that he had a practitioner do spell work on me, and it was that weekend. I'm like, and I said, so how is
Bring it on, Mary.
How is that going to work out? And I said, it's a complete fail. And I was I said, so that's the thing is, it's like with Tertullian, we're helping him because Tertullian is not angelic. He's a beautiful voodoo priest, but the energies are different. Remember, he also works with the earth. So working much more directly with the earth, as far as like we're working with the light, just strictly the light. So it's a very different thing. So we're combining him, and his practitioner in Haiti to do this particular thing. And again, the power of 3. But it had to be, this spell has to be locked in with the angelic realm. And it's not to hurt anybody or take somebody's free will away. It is just to conceal them in their own energy so that they cannot harm anybody again. And so that's what it is. So it's not doing anything touching their free will. They can do all the spells they want, but it's not going anywhere. So that's part of it. And so it was interesting, like again, you're talking about this pull, this dark energy, working against you. Perfect example, the ex trying to do spell work, getting paid for spell work.
What's the free will on an angelic then? Like what's that?
Well, we're still here having an earth experience, so we
like
still
the density of the earth still affects.
Yeah, I mean this is very a very real human body. So we're having we can choose not to listen to our guides or the universe. We can totally go a different way. I wouldn't recommend it because it's gonna be a big problem. But co-created the universe much better. And trust me, I do have some. I'm always like, sometimes
have some doubt, and I need to get rid of that.
You know what? You will sometimes, and that's okay. I mean, I even like argue with my guides sometimes. I'm like, what the, and and it is what it is. But then I have to go back because there's been so many things that they always take care of me. They always leave me at the right place. The things that I've experienced, that there's just impossible to go back for that. There's impossible.
What's your readings? You're so impressive with how quick they answer you.
Yeah, it's just it's impossible not to. And then I get confirmation from other people about the readings, like, oh my God, you were right about this, blah blah blah, and like, and that's wonderful to see. But it's like there's sometimes that I think it's because of the weight And that's when I said, we're finally getting that vice grip is starting to crack. You know, it is finally starting. The dark is finally, that grip is starting to crack.
Darkness is unraveling.
And so now,
light is...
now, like the things that are supposed to be coming to light workers that we can also help to move us forward are going to start coming in. It's like, you know, it's like fucking cracking a walnut, like kind of thing. It's like that's how the dark has been so tight. Remember, though, you're talking about the whole entire age.
People will know that we're not
Pisces.
crazy anymore.
Yeah, well,
we would think
I don't think so, because I think more and more people are waking up to it,
their
right?
own divinity,
And
their
again,
own
yeah,
sovereignty,
exactly,
serenity,
exactly,
bliss,
and
spiritual
they'll
bliss.
experience what they're going to experience from it. And again, I always tell people here, I'm not here to convince you of anything. It's not my job. I am not here to convince you. I'm not here to sell you a Bible door to door. I'm not. No, that's not it. I will give you advice. I will tell you what the universe is telling me, but it's not my job to make you believe anything. That is totally you. Okay? And the same thing with it. We are not here to interfere, again, with somebody's free will, to try to make them believe.
Yeah.
No.
I can't. I'll be honest, in relationships, that's what happens. I try to do that, and it never works.
Yeah.
And finally, that's part of my being awakened is, no, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't keep doing that because it drives me nuts. I feel like less than.
Well, I told my aunt, who I love very dearly, and has been like I love her so much.
Aww.
And I think you met her. You met her.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
short brown black hair. Yeah,
And
she's lovely.
She's like, she was just all about Elon. And I said, sweetheart, I know you don't want to hear this, but Elon's actually working for the light, and some of you may not want to hear that, but it's actually true.
Okay, I'm so glad you said that because I feel that.
Yeah, he's working for the light. Are these people perfect people? Yeah, they're not perfect. No one's perfect. But I was like...
And the corruption, you have to know how to navigate.
Exactly. And may I? Good, they're giving me to be able to speak, because sometimes they don't want me speaking about certain things. And I'm going to say this. Okay? Listen to me, and if you're angry at me with this, I don't know. I don't care. Trump. Okay. You cannot have a light worker come in and try to fix what is broken. You need somebody who knows how to play the dark side's game, who has been involved, who has been there. That's why Trump is in office right now. Because you cannot, that was the perfect person to place there. And whether you agree with it or not, that's why he's there, because he knows the games.
And energy-wise, isn't it different this time around than last time?
Very different.
I felt it huge.
Very different.
Like, whoa.
Very
I mean,
different.
even the way they looked, both of them together.
Very different.
That inauguration, they were gorgeous,
Well,
too.
it's funny because...
To me, that's part of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was a big change. And then I'll tell you why. Yes. Is he a narcissist? Absolutely.
Complete.
Does he have a savior complex right now? Yes. But you see, that's going to work for us. Because he's thinking about how he'll be remembered and
Darkness past.
That's why he's doing this. And now, because of also them trying to hold him back through courts and everything else that they try to do, including assassinations, he is pissed and he's like, I'm just going to expose all of this.
Oh. And
that's what he's doing. And he's doing it legit in the law. And it has to be exposed, because if you're worried about, Elon wasn't elected. Well, a lot of people are not elected in the government, sweetheart. And this is an audit. And it's showing you all the corruption, and there's so much more yet to come out. So much more yet to come out. So you may not like it. I hate to say it, but you got to start looking at what's in front of you, what's going on. Look at the bigger picture here. Mm-hmm. All of these things that are happening all around the world are being done because they have to, because you have to see. You have to see this.
It's decades and centuries of
this
deception and
You're dealing with very, very dark people. Mm-hmm. These are people that you do unspoken things you do not want to know behind the curtains to other people and children. You don't want to know. But you're going to find out too about that as well. I'm telling you, unspeakable stuff these people have done. And it needs to be stopped. So, will it ever be utopia? No, you guys aren't ready for utopia anytime soon. But
I want utopia.
Things will get better. Things will get better. Definitely get better.
Things can only get better.
So that's my little political speech. This isn't really a political speech. It's more of a spiritual speech, but
a spiritual speech.
Because this is what the universe is making it happen. you know, and we always had this perception, and it was funny because we were here, Tertullian and I were like, we're kind of in this third war, and I said, yeah, it's not going to happen with nuclear weapons and that, it's happening now. It's a psychological war. It's a psychological war.
Well, that's why I think if we can personally, if you will, get over our own demons, that's a portal of light, of self that creates it ripples to everyone else.
Yeah,
if you can do it, I can do it, and vice versa.
And that's kind
if I can do it, you can do it.
You're so right, and this is why we're also here this time as well. But the lies and everything that have been told, it's just amazing, because of the amount of control these people wanted to have over everything. And I'm just like watching now, like things that are happening in Europe. I'm going, has everybody flipped their lid? Like seriously, I mean, they're trying to literally eradicate free speech, free will. It's amazing what they're trying to do, and they were trying to do that here, and that's not gonna. But it's like all the Western cultures, all of you don't understand the power these people have, and the ones who really control are all in the shadows.
Right.
You don't really see them. You don't see those, and they're Satanists, and I hate to say that, but that's the truth of the matter.
Do you think there's money going to change, like money to the people, and all the people that run that in the world are not going to run it anymore? Is that soon, or is that ever going to happen? Or
it's going to change.
That's why is that the gateway of that?
That's why crypto especially is also a little bit more free balling with that as well. Like we cannot get rid of digital regular currency because they can control too much. You don't want to be shut down your bank account because you disagreed with somebody who wrote a tweet.
Right.
No. And also the Bitcoin is also a little bit freer. That's why the reserve banks, which are held by, the dark entities, don't want that to happen because they can't control it. They've been trying to. But they can't really do it. Now, do other organizations that are not good also use this? Of course. 75% of the population is low vibrational people. Like I'm just saying, but we're going to have to push through this. Okay. So it will start turning. It will start turning, but more and more people have to start waking up and realizing, instead of protesting about stupid ass things, really protest about what's going on, So, yeah, and bugs are not good for you, by the way. You don't want to eat bugs because they have a certain thing in them, like mealworms. They have a certain ingredient in them that actually stops absorption of vitamins and minerals.
Ew.
Not a good idea. So,
Bugs.
No. And they're trying to do it. They're trying to put it in other stuff, on other foods, hoping you won't notice.
No.
They're despicable. They're really despicable, I'm just saying. Really despicable. But, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, don't poison our food. That's enough.
Well, they did.
I know.
Especially in the U.S., 30 countries do not accept our food. 30 countries. And processed foods, not, of course, rice or something, but even still, we still spray everything with glyphosate and everything else. So that's why the wheat and everything is giving everybody gluten. That's because it's not the gluten itself. It's the way this stuff is processed.
It's the process.
It's the growing of it, and then it's the process. That is what's killing you people. But also, I'm going to tell you this now, raising your vibration will also help against that. Because once you raise your vibration, it's not only good spiritually, physically, and mentally as well. And things that cannot quite affect you the way they would. Because you can actually literally change the energy of food and switch it. The same thing we can do with liquids and everything else. And that's been studied as well. Those are experiments that have been done. So I'm not telling you anything new. I was going to try to go back to science with people about this so people get a little bit more better idea of things, quantum levels, string theories, things like that, entanglements. All of this is just energy, babes. It's just all energy. So do keep that in mind. All right?
I think when our imagination is connected to our soul light, that also creates different portals of reality that are better than what we've been shown is the norm, including food and our air and our bodies and healing, Reiki.
Yeah, and this will help greatly. Is there any other questions?
No, this was amazing. Wow.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed our chit chat as well. And we'll see you again for the next Lucent Cipher. All right, take care, babies. Ciao.